All right. We're ready to go. It is fall 22, year 1. We've got Skull Cavern unlocked. We've got Ginger Island unlocked. We're waiting for an Iridium Luck Day to do a good Skull Cavern run. Our first Skull Cavern run was on a Gold Luck Day, and it went alright, about as well as could be expected. We made it to floor 104. We came back with 160 Iridium ore and 100 couple gold, iron, etc. as well. So, we're really hoping for an Iridium Luck Day for the next go round. And we're all prepped and ready to go. If we don't have an Iridium Luck Day today, we're going to head on over to Ginger Island. We repaired the ferry. And we're going to get started over there with the golden walnut collecting. Not a huge fan of the golden walnut collecting, but we'll do enough to get the farm open. Maybe get the dig site open or the warp totem open. And then we'll probably just save up money and buy the rest from the parrot. This is a Joja run, so it's all about that money. Alright, we've got the Iridium Luck Day. So it's a drop everything day and go to the Skull Caverns. Yep, see, the boat's seaworthy. We can head into Willie's and go to Ginger Island whenever we want. But that day is not today. Love you, bud. Love you, bud. Let's get ready to go. Drop our extra tools. Pick up our Skull Cavern essentials. I'm just going to swap that. We're not going to be pickaxing. We're not going to be using the pickaxe much at all. Okay, we're going to be using those bombs. So we've got the staircases just in case we can't find a ladder, or just in case we have a infested floor. Alright, so we've got our buff food. We've got our buff drink. We've got our health food. We've got our sword, bombs, pickaxe. We've got our warp totem, and that is all we need. And if you didn't know, you can swap items while you're in the pause menu by hitting the number on your keyboard. So I'm just going to do that to the warp totem, and we're going to go. It's already 6:20 a.m. We have wasted enough time already. Alright, we're going to pop that triple shot espresso. We're going to pop that spicy eel. Gotta go fast. Alright, we're just going to get this party started. Plop down a bomb. Switch back to our lava katana that has defense on it. See how we're not taking a ton of damage? We got that power book from the dwarf, so we take 25% less damage. This is one of those, I'm just doing that for convenience. This level is notorious for taking forever to get through. If we don't find a ladder by about halfway through, or see a ladder by about halfway through, I'm going to pop a ladder here. There we go. Alright, see how we used almost, I think it was 4 bombs we used there just for that one floor. Because I want to get the heck off of that floor. I'm going to take some combat experience if it's convenient, but I am actually trying to avoid all combat. We're just going down, down, down. Down, down, down. The further down we go, the more densely concentrated the resources are, and the more of it will be iridium. Notice how my health is going down. I don't have all of the defense that I'd like just yet. One thing that I'd like to get to increase that is the crab shell ring from the Adventurers Guild. That is a big help. That's 5 defense. So that's every time you take damage, you take 5 less damage. Alright, so we're just looking for the largest clumps of stones or resources. There was a freebie, that's why we weren't finding one. Alright, I think I need to turn my own volume down a little bit. Just 1 second. Let me see what my computer volume is. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Alright. That seems better. Okay, so that's all we're doing. We're just going back and forth between the bombs and the sword. We're always going to take a shaft when we see one. That was 8 levels at once. Alright. Infested floor, that's a staircase, okay? That's an immediate staircase. We're not going to bother with that. That's not what we're here for. Those serpents can really get you. Alright, oh, that was a lot of damage. That actually could have killed me. Alright, so let's try to be a little more careful. This is a huge cluster. There's no way we don't get a ladder here. Alright, there's a shaft. So this is what I mean, the difference between an iridium luck day and a gold luck day is a big deal. It's a big deal. We've had so many shafts already. It's 10 a.m. We are at floor 62. And we have used one of our staircases to get here. Alright, this thing's really chasing me. All we're looking to do is go down, down, down until we get to at least floor 150 today. If we're... okay, there's a staircase. If we're not down to floor 150 by midnight, then we've probably done something wrong. Alright, we are actually going to pickaxe through this so we can bomb this cluster. And I'm going to take a wild guess that there's a staircase over here. No. We just got a little unlucky. We just got a little unlucky. Okay, let's put another bomb up here. There we go. Alright, we just got a little unlucky there. Let's pop our second triple shot espresso of the day. Oh boy, this is going to be a... okay, there we go. See how most times right now we're at floor 66. A lot of these iridiums that we're seeing right now are actually crabs. They're crabs in disguise. There's a ladder right there. You gotta keep your eyes peeled. Whoops. And you just gotta keep it moving. I'm not gonna pass up free coal there. Alright. Alright, so I'm probably gonna need to eat some health food here. boy. Let's just go down the stairs first. Okay. So that was closer than I would have liked. Alright, so here we're just gonna blow up the biggest clusters we see. There's a shaft there. I do want the Omni Geodes here. I need to remember tomorrow to come back and buy hopefully quite a few to keep me going. That's some powder melon seeds. That's great. That's good stuff. Gotta remember to come back and buy the desert warp totems with the Omni Geodes. Sadly, I have to kill that serpent because they're too fast. They're absolutely gonna mess up my whole day. I'm not really trying to engage in combat. I'm just doing it to keep the monsters off me. Poorly, I might add. Alright, so we're going through the melons here. We're going through the melons. We're gonna need to start using our strawberries at some point. See how we're just avoiding combat. We're looking for places where we can stick a bomb that will blow up the most number of rocks. So that we have the best chance at finding a ladder. Okay, that's a 6 levels. We're at floor 88. It is 2:20 p.m. Okay, so we're on a decent pace. I wouldn't call it record-breaking by any means, but we're going to end up with a decent amount of resources. Okay, this is going to be a dangerous floor. There's a shaft right there. It was there the whole time. Alright. This is one of these big floors that goes on forever. Oh boy. Alright, I think I actually want to go ahead and stay for a second there. Just to get those resources. Alright. Our spicy eel expired. We want to get that back on as quickly as possible. Luck is such a huge factor. So every luck point counts. Every luck point counts. And it is really important because it's very mathematically relevant to finding ladders and staircases. And until we see how now we're getting much more frequent iridium nodes. Now that we're down closer to level 100. This is one of those where you're kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't. Do I want to spend the staircase? Do I want to spend a bomb at the beginning? Do I want to spend the time to run to the end? Alright, we're ready for a new triple shot espresso. Okay, we're going to come down here, get these resources before we head down that ladder. Alright, our health is looking good. There's quite a lot of iridium on this floor, so I am actually going to maybe clear the thing. You know what? I'm just going. Alright, there's gonna be more. There's gonna be more. You can't get too attached to any one floor. You just gotta keep going. You gotta go fast. Okay. A dark cowboy hat. Now, it's tempting. It is tempting, but my dog looks so cute in his fedora. I don't think I want to change that right now. That fedora on Chillin' Jr. is a thing of beauty. So I don't think I'm changing that anytime soon. Alright, I'm not liking the looks of this level. Not liking the looks of this level at all. But I think we'll find a staircase over here. Alright, ooh boy. Those serpents are really coming for me. I'm just gonna wait for this one and kill it. How about that? Alright, there's a ladder. I see it. I have an Omni Geode over my head instead of a bomb. That's just one of those moments, you know? Oh. I'm in danger. And there's no ladder, so here's one of those points where I'm just gonna blast a staircase and get the heck out of Dodge. Alright, now you notice we're not really farming, right? We're just going down. Our main focus is going down because the further down we go, the more concentrated the iridium is going to be. So we're avoiding all combat and we're just looking for staircases, we're looking for ladders, we're looking for shafts, and we're just keeping it moving. If the resources aren't near the exit or near the entrance, then we're just kind of ignoring them. These spiral levels are really annoying. They're so long, and frequently they do have a freebie staircase, which means that it is much harder to find one by blasting rocks. Alright. See how much iridium we're starting to find down here? We just needed to keep going down. I'm gonna go up there and I'm gonna place a bomb there and I'm gonna hit these crates. Sometimes you can get something cool from the crates. Not that time, but sometimes. The crates have a chance of dropping cool stuff. Okay. That's a lot of iridium up there. Alright, it's 8:30 p.m. and we're at floor 136. Alright, no ladder yet. Sometimes I just have slow reaction times. And that does slow me down. I'm definitely no pro gamer. I'm just trying to chill, and these Skull Cavern runs are the least chill part about this game. Okay? So I've figured out how to make them a little bit less painful. We've got a shaft there. That's fantastic. Okay, fell 7 levels. Our health is okay for the minute. Cool. We don't need those. They are quite expensive though. We can sell that for a good amount. So I'm going to toss that tempered broadsword. And we're going to obviously have to start making choices. The skeletal tail, we've already found that, so that can go. We're not going after slime, so that can go. We'll think about the rest when that time comes. All right. Still no ladder. All right, we definitely need to eat. Oh boy. Okay, so this is one of those times where I'm just going to pop a staircase just because that level was giving us grief. Oh my goodness. Did you see what just happened? Did you see what just happened? We went to eat and somehow we left the cavern. We were doing so well. Alright, that has me turned off right now, right? That has me turned way off. I'm not entirely sure how or why that happened. I guess I misclicked. I didn't realize I was that close. I don't know why I'm bothering to waste resources at this point. I guess we could just go home and go to bed instead of passing out here. That was a complete fail on my part. Yeah. What floor were we on when we did that? 151. So like I said, that was actually a very good run. We were going to end up at around floor 200, and I completely dropped the ball on that. So we'll see how much we got out of that. I'm pretty disappointed, but it was still pretty good. We got a bunch, I'm sure. I probably, since it was still not too late, I probably should have just gone ahead and got the warp totems while I was there. Alright, let's take stock. What did we get? We got 284 iridium ore, okay, and we still had 4 hours left before we passed out. So that was going to be a massive day. We were going to have 400 iridium ore guaranteed. Okay, we got 284 iridium ore, 176 iron ore, 157 gold ore, 150 copper ore, 65 coal, a stack of 807 stone, 37 omni geodes. We did use more than 100 bombs. I believe our stack was about 220 when we started. So we used about 120 bombs. And we can go ahead and make some bombs right now to replenish that. If we get another iridium luck day, then we can go back. Okay, we can make 44 bombs right there. Okay, so we can absolutely go back. We don't have to wait. We have plenty of stuff. We did use a few staircases. We used 5 staircases, okay? A couple of those levels were getting quite dangerous with all the bats and the serpents. Alright, so okay. Yeah, a couple of them were getting pretty dangerous, so we just went ahead and bailed as quickly as we possibly could to not die. There are going to be those moments. Yep, it's midnight now. Okay, I don't actually care about the oranges. The powder melons is fantastic. We're selling the energy tonics. Okay, we have plenty of food now. We don't have to worry about that. Those are actually worth a good bit of gold. Those are actually worth a good bit of gold. Alright, and I'm gonna throw that in there. We don't have a dresser yet. Come on, buddy. Alright. Did we just get an owl? I think we just got an owl. See that? That was 2,000 gold. So those energy tonics are no small thing. Oops. Alright. Alright, absolutely horrible luck today. So we're gonna go start setting up Ginger Island. We'll head to the desert trader and get a few. We'll get a few warp totems. Alright, we can put our Skull Cavern run stuff back. We can pick back up our other tools. And we're good to go. Alright, let's have a look around. That stone owl has to have gone somewhere. Love you, bud. Alright, and also now that we've got all this ore sitting in our inventory, we can be crafting iridium bars and upgrading all of our tools. We have plenty of iridium now to upgrade all of our tools. Yep, there it is. We got ourselves a stone owl. Alright, and you know what? We'll put him on the other side of the cave there. That's a good place. That's a good place for him. Alright, now we want to go to Ginger Island today and start setting that up. But I would like to wait until I can go to the desert. Seems like it's a lot. I guess we go and we do the secret woods. And then we come back, go to the desert, get our warp totems, and then head to Ginger Island and just kind of get started. It's a process over there. We want to farm the secret woods right now because we do want to do this stump. That stump is actually a big deal for materials, just because it gives us the option of trading mystery boxes for magic rock candy. So when it comes to getting materials from the Skull Cavern runs, the magic rock candy is the way. That is how you get tons of materials. We yesterday completely messed up and accidentally exited the caverns with only 284 iridium ore at floor 159 or whatever it was. 151. That was a huge mistake. It was only just after 10 p.m. and I had no reason to exit. I was just trying to eat a melon. These things happen. I must have just been standing too close to the stairs. But anyway, so that stump, we do want to be gathering hardwood for that stump. I believe it's 100 hardwood needed for that. And we did plant some mahogany seeds up here by Grandpa's shrine, so we can harvest those as they come. I'm going to leave that one. If it drops some seeds, then we get more mahogany. Alright, it is 10 a.m., so Pam is definitely at the bus stop. So we'll go get 6 warp totems, and then we just don't have to worry about that again for a while. We're not ready to spend them on this yet. We're just going to go ahead and get those. We don't have to worry about that for a while now. We're going to have to go back and do more iron ore farming. We're still looking for more materials. So we are still looking for more iridium luck days to do another skull cavern run. It was basically self-replenishing on the iron ore. We spent all the iron ore that we got from it on more bombs. But we have enough bombs to go again. We have enough staircases to go again. It'd be nice to get a couple more triple shot espressos before we go again. We have the diamonds, and the desert trader is there all day, so we can just get them on the way in as long as we remember. Tell you what I'll do. I'll put these over there in the other chest so that we don't forget to do that. Alright, now let's try and hurry up. We're not going to get much done at Ginger Island today, but we'll at least get the process started. We just need to get it started. That's all. I want to check the special order board on my way by. I'm still looking for that biome balance from Demetrius, if we can get that. Nope. I would like to have a farm computer since we have so many crops. It would be nice. Oh, you know what? I'm seeing these artifact spots, and it's reminding me that my hoe is ready, so we're going to delay Ginger Island another day. This does happen to me. I put Ginger Island at the bottom of the list, but we do need that hoe back. We do need that hoe back. And we can start upgrading things to iridium now. I'm not ready to upgrade the gold pickaxe. Not ready to upgrade the gold axe. To tell you the truth, I could upgrade the hoe. I could upgrade the watering can right now. And that's probably what I'll do. I'm not going to need these much. I can almost guarantee during the winter time we're not going to reach our full field potential. So I won't need them much during the winter. We are going to use the fields as best as we can during the winter. But I can almost guarantee we're not going to have enough stuff to fill all of the fields as they are currently. They're way too big. So I think we can liberally put the hoe and the watering can in for upgrade without worrying about whether we need them soon or not. What we really want to be doing is going to Ginger Island. We want to be either in the Skull Caverns or on Ginger Island right now. These are kind of our two options right now. So this isn't really what I want to be doing, but today got derailed a little bit. Thankfully, if I have to, I can just go over to the dwarf and buy some bombs if I'm really desperate. I'd rather not do that. I'd like my money for field prep and seed and fertilizer purchases. We did get plenty of materials this last run, so I don't think buying bombs should be necessary. We should be able to just farm some iron. We just need to get up to 200. I mean, I don't think we were going to use that whole stack of bombs, even if I hadn't made that egregious error of leaving before the end of the day. I don't think we were going to use the whole stack of bombs, but it's always nice to have them if I come across a level that's just packed with ore. I want to feel comfortable to just spread the bombs around. I don't know. I think today was a bit of a disappointment here, just like yesterday. I think we might as well go to bed on time tonight and get up bright and early and get to Ginger Island. If it's not an Iridium Luck Day. If it is an Iridium Luck Day, we are going back. We are going back to the Skull Caverns. We are going to need that material. We will. At least one more good run anyway. And at some point, I would like to get out ahead of this iron ore so that I can stop spending it all on making bombs. We do have to get back to making bunches and bunches of quality sprinklers because we've run out of battery packs, and being the 23rd of fall, it's pretty unlikely that we get more this year. So we want to spend the winter on Ginger Island, getting that farm up to snuff, and hopefully making a lot of money so that we can really just kind of exponentially grow our Stardew Valley farm. Alright, let's do something weird, right? We've got 115 iron ore. Let's go home and I'll make those. I'll make the 10 more once I get to the workbench. Spend it all right now. It'll pay off. Okay. Wow, I didn't realize I had that much iron ore. Alright, boom, there we go. We are very, very ready for another Skull Cavern run. Okay? We are very ready. So next chance we get, that's what we're doing. On any day that's not a Iridium Luck day, we want to be looking for the opportunity to go to Ginger Island. Alright, tomorrow, if it's not an Iridium Luck day, I want to be dropping off something. I'm not sure if I want it to be the watering can, if we're going to try to start Ginger Island. If we're going to try to start Ginger Island, we actually need our watering can to go into the volcano dungeon. I really wish this combat would level up faster, but that's one thing we need, so we might as well put the hoe back in and just have that be the first thing that we upgrade. Alright, let's get the iridium back in there, get the charcoal furnaces going, and get to bed. Look at this early bedtime today. It's about the earliest I've been to bed this entire playthrough. You know what? Before I do that, let's check. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. This is why I want that farm computer, so that I can have a computer tell me when my greenhouse is ready and when certain things are ready. Now, I do want most of the farm to be just one crop, so we're usually not going to need the computer to tell us when those crops are ready. We'll see. But the greenhouse is something where I tend to forget about it. So if we have the computer near our bed, we can check it every day just like the TV, and it'll tell us how many crops are ready and if anything's ready in the greenhouse. Alright. So do we think we need to start saving gold star strawberries? I think I might, just to be on the safe side. We used a good many melons during that Skull Cavern run. So we did. So I think we'll go ahead and save those. Alright. And once we get the Ginger Island farm up and running, we already have our plan for that. We're going to drop a bunch of mixed seeds there, since we still have not found an ancient seed. We're going to drop a bunch of mixed seeds there, and some of them will come up as pineapples, and that's going to be about the most profitable thing we can do. What did I get here? Alright, we made 1 million. We made our first 1 million on fall 24. Alright, we've got a bad luck day. So 100% we are 100%. Whoops. So I've got the birds on. Sorry about that. We're going to Ginger Island today after, oh my goodness. Doesn't it just keep happening this way? No, we're going to leave this until tomorrow. That the whole field will be all ripe at the same time tomorrow. So today, we absolutely are going to Ginger Island. There's no two ways about that. Alright, what else do we want to make? We've got 74 refined quartz. The iron bars is really where the bottleneck is for quality sprinklers. So that's kind of, I'm hoping for a good day to go to the Skull Caverns and at that point I won't have to remake the bombs. I can just go ahead and buy the bombs to refill that space. I might just grab one pumpkin to take to Caroline while I'm going to town. I don't know if we can get into Pierre's before 9 o'clock. Alright, no, there's nothing there. So we're just gonna kind of make our way leisurely through town here and see what's up. I don't need to rush those pumpkins out. I don't need a ton of money for anything in particular at the moment. That money is going to come in handy in springtime. Bok choy, I don't have any bok choy. Closed on Wednesdays. Alright, well, yeah, Carolyn won't be out then. Let me see. Maybe Carolyn does come out on Wednesdays, even if it's raining. Who knows? Who knows? I doubt it. I'm gonna check the wiki. Carolyn, rain. She stays in the house the entire day. Yep. Okay, so the pumpkin for Carolyn is a no-go today. So we're just going to go to Clint's and put in the hoe. Let's have a quick look around for panning spots while we wait for Clint. No, nothing. No. Okay, Clint's open. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade that hoe. Alright, and we're going to throw the pan over there to fill the spot. And then we go to Ginger Island. Okay, this is our first time going to Ginger Island on this save file. I think these are still the same, yeah. So don't expect much. Right, I don't have the secrets of Ginger Island down pat, okay. To be fair, I'm not a huge fan of the whole Golden Walnut game. Alright. Heading to Ginger Island. There's another boat out. There's a couple boats out here. Maybe those are the night market boats. Alright, there's a island with a dinosaur on it over there. Alright, here we go. Ginger Island, here we come. Scare Leo off his perch and then go talk to him. Okay, you get a few free tent kits so you can stay here, and I think that is what we're going to do. because we do really want, well, no, we do want to be back home tomorrow to harvest all the pumpkins. Boy looks at you with curious eyes and then squawks like a bird. Seems to have a close bond with the parents, but he's too shy to approach you right now. Perhaps making friends with the parrots could earn his trust, okay? I thought there was supposed to be one in here somehow. Yes. Okay. Wow, the sleet is really starting to hit the window here pretty hard. It's blowing in strong. Alright. So, I don't know, that's a weird plant. Nothing special about it though. Alright, so the volcano, I guess, is open now. I don't have my hoe, do I? Alright, I know there's one here. I don't know much else. I know we can, what can we find? We can find golden coconuts by chopping the trees. I'm not sure we can find any golden walnuts by chopping trees. It's possible. I know we need to bring our hoe back and hoe up these little stony ring spots. And I'm doing this, I'm chopping these because this is how you get a golden coconut. You have to, I don't know, I don't think it may be relevant on this playthrough. But previously I know they were very important. Alright, we have to come up here. There's a way up there. No? I don't know. Okay, I know there's a way up there. That's from the dig site. Okay, from the dig site we can go up there. I honestly have no idea how we get there, though. That's how we get there. Okay, I don't know how we get down there, though. I don't think I've ever been down there. I've always just bought them at that point. Alright. So currently, we only have a couple golden walnuts. It would be 1.26 million, which to me is actually reasonable. I would be willing to pay that if I had the money. I would be very willing to pay that if I had the money. Alright, here's where, with these tiger slimes, here's where we're probably going to level up combat. Oh my goodness, I'm so bad at this game. The combat for me is just not it. Those lava lurks are where you get the dragon teeth from. The dragon teeth are very hard to come by. Alright, the cinder shards are kind of rare as well. I mean, I'm not even really sure what I'm doing here right now. I think probably think there's a chance of getting golden walnuts from combat and from mining in here. I really just want to open the farm up, which I believe is 10 golden walnuts. But I really hate the combat in here. It is quite hard. These enemies are meant to be hard. And all I want is my golden walnuts. A tiger hat, though? Are you kidding me? I might put that on the dog. He's very slick in his fedora, but that right there, I don't know that I can pass that up. I don't know that I can pass that up. Alright, it's 5:30 p.m. We probably need to be heading out of here. Is there a way for us to leave? Can we leave? We have to walk the whole way back? Oh my goodness. We have to walk the whole way back out? See, I'm just not really a big fan of this whole process. I just want to do more farming. Alright, so we need our hoe to get a couple golden walnuts there and there. And I guess we want to bring our fishing pole, because I know you can get a few from fishing. But yeah, really the whole Ginger Island process is not really my strong suit. The dig site can be very profitable if you're just looking for a chill day of gathering resources. Panning at the dig site can be a very profitable thing to do. So to be fair, what I might do is just harvest all the pumpkins and sell them and hope that we have enough money. I don't think it's going to be enough money. I don't think it's going to be $1 million. I don't think it's going to be 1 million gold. Alright, we got some taro tubers. We got a couple things to get started. When we go, we're going to go and we're going to plant all these mixed seeds on Ginger Island. We're going to plant all the mixed flower seeds on Ginger Island. Plant everything that we have. We'll just go ahead and plant on Ginger Island. All of the seeds that we currently have, we'll just go plant on Ginger Island once that farm is open. And out of the mixed seeds, I expect to get at least some pineapples, and that's going to be our main income coming from Ginger Island. Alright, I think we just sell the rest. I need to start keeping the coconuts to trade to the island trader for golden coconuts, I guess. I'm not really sure what it is out of the golden coconuts that I'm wanting to get. Alright, we do need to take... We'll just keep it in our inventory. We need to take that pumpkin to Caroline to get that out of our quest log. I'm going to plant another mahogany that I got a seed for. Gonna give Chillin' Jr. a new hat. I mean, he's definitely cute in the fedora. Let me get a... come on. Do we have anything else other than a torch for light? No. Okay, so let me just get a couple torches for the house, and then we can look at Chillin' Jr. there. Look at that boy with his fedora on. Okay, but I don't know. I'll leave it on him for a couple days, and we'll see what we think about it. We'll wait to pass judgment on that hat. Okay. What do we got? A neutral day. Okay, back to Ginger Island. We do have some stuff to figure out. We have to harvest these pumpkins. Alright, so let's just... Oh, we did. We got a couple giant pumpkins. Alright, what I need to do that, and then take the screenshot. Alright. We screenshotted it. And do we keep them? That's a good question. Do we keep one? I'm not keeping both of them. What happened to that pumpkin? Did I fail to... I did not fail to plant it, did I? Or is it just like that's the one spot that crows can get to? Between all four of these scarecrows? I don't know. I think we leave one. I think we do. 18 from a 3x3 area, so that's twice as many. Alright, I think we leave one. They're supposed to last forever, right? We have our memorial melon inside. Now we have our memorial giant crop outside. This is going to take a couple minutes, so buckle up. Just going to keep on harvesting. Thankfully, the harvesting does pause time for a second, so in-game time does not pass as quickly as it probably should. It 100%, you see this field of pumpkins, it 100% should take me all day to harvest all these pumpkins. But in-game time, it's only going to take me a couple hours, because the time is paused for most of it. we're gonna have a lot of pumpkins. It's gonna be worth a lot of money. I hesitate to guess how much, but I'm gonna say 650,000. That's my guess. I'm gonna take a wild stab in the dark here and say 650,000 is what we're gonna get. And I'm gonna go sell it to Pierre, you know? I'm gonna make this guy cough up over 500,000 gold out of his cash register somehow. And maybe the most surprising part is that he will have it. All right. I just want to open the farm on Ginger Island and get it full of crops. I don't really want to mess with the golden coconuts and golden walnuts. I definitely don't want to mess with the volcano dungeon. But we kind of have to. At some point, it does become necessary to combine rings so that you can really be wearing 4 rings at once at that point. I don't really have any need for the infinity weapons. Not for this playthrough, right? I just need the sprinklers. So the volcano dungeon is not as necessary. I just need to get enough golden walnuts to reduce the price of the rest of the golden walnuts until I can afford it. So I do need to take my fishing pole back because I know you can get some golden walnuts just from fishing. So maybe that's the most chill way that we can do it. Just get that big turtle to move out of the way, and then we can start farming. It's not going to be the most ideal farming setup because there's no house and no warp totem yet, but we can get some seeds in the ground at least. Now, I think leaving the pumpkin there is maybe a little against the spirit of the challenge, but getting a giant pumpkin during the first fall, I think that's quite an accomplishment. I think it's worth leaving. And I guess it might also be worth putting a path around. I don't think I'm going to do that though. I think I'm just going to leave the pumpkin where it is and hope that it doesn't get struck by lightning. I don't want to be taking up any more tillable spots than I have to. Alright, so one of the things that we're going to be doing is we're gonna take probably, unless we get a good Skull Cavern run day, we're probably gonna steal some of these sprinklers and take them to Ginger Island with us once we get that farm unlocked. Because, especially for this winter, I mean, I'm not going to be using this whole farm during the winter, so I need the Ginger Island farm unlocked to be able to have the... See, these are hidden forever because that tree won't be transparent. The Tropical Ingredients, Island Ingredients quest from Carolyn. That's how we get the solar panel recipe. That is something that we very, very much need. We need that solar panel recipe so that we can make more iridium sprinklers. Alright. Let's head on into Pierre's. Actually, today is Thursday, so we'll just put 2 jade back and we'll go get more staircases to add to that. Hey buddy, you know, I think I'm gonna give him his fedora back. It's a cute hat, but I think I liked him with the fedora better. Alright. We're just going to grab these staircases from the desert trader, and then we're going to go back and force Pierre to buy our pumpkin harvest. Wait. It's Thursday. It's Thursday. It's not Sunday. Sunday is when he sells the staircases. Again, that is my mistake. I make so many mistakes in this game all of the time. Thankfully, you're not punished too harshly for making mistakes in this game. Doesn't look like we're going to have time. There's Carolyn right there. Let me get her. Let me get her. There we go. I do not have an appointment. Whoa. Drink this, you know, in my, I think it's 300 or 400 hours of playing Stardew Valley now, I did not realize that Harvey's office had a shop. Also did not realize he had a mark of Yoba on his wall. Excuse me a minute, I'm just going to barge into your exam room and check out the mark of Yoba. Alright, so we're back to the quests that we're just not going to do. What's up, Harvey? Why are you just standing there? Inside the door. Alright, Pierre. You've met your match, buddy. 197, 161, 231. So that's basically 390, 590. I was a little over. But yeah, not enough to buy all of the golden walnuts. So we're going to need to find enough golden walnuts to open the farm so that we can farm up the rest of the cash. Okay. So thankfully we only have a couple days left until winter. And then we can do what we're going to do a little bit of foraging, enough foraging to make some winter seeds. So I guess we just farm some iron for the rest of today. It might be good to go ahead and throw that in the inventory just so we don't forget it if we're going to go to Ginger Island and try to fish up some golden walnuts. If I recall correctly, we just need 10 golden walnuts so that we can open up the farm. Just enough to be able to plant things there. Alright, now I'm kind of disappointed that we haven't gotten a combat level. We did kill a few things. We killed a few of those serpents in the skull caverns. They should have given us a good amount of experience. Come back here. Come back here. All right. And this time we have plenty of bombs already. So we are farming this iron ore for sprinklers. This is sprinkler farming, since we just didn't really have anything better to do with the rest of the day today. And I'm not a big fan of going to bed that early. There's stuff we can do. We definitely don't have to do anything. That's one nice thing about this game. Back to the top. All right. A few more goes at this level, and then we'll head to bed. And tomorrow is either a Skull Cavern day or a fishing on Ginger Island day. Whoa, this is one of the largest iron deposits I've ever seen. Alright, that was really nice. Is there anything else over here? No. Back to the top. Alright, we're going to head back home in just a minute. And get some iron smelting in the furnaces. Let's do that now. There's our empty fields. We did finally get the last of the dwarf scrolls. So at least we're done chasing those. Let's just have a look at these guys. Okay, they're growing. This one has not dropped any seeds yet. I'd like to see it drop seeds before we cut it down, just so that there's something else there to grow in its place. Kind of self-replicating mahogany farm. Alright, we're slowly developing a stack of peaches. At a certain point, we can take those into town and just start gifting them to everybody. We should probably get some more peach trees just for that purpose. Add it to the to-do list, right? Add it to the to-do list. Alright, the TV tells us what we're doing today. Horrible, horrible luck. So we are going to Ginger Island today. Spirits Eve Festival tomorrow. Oh, right. I might as well. The golden pumpkin is worth 5,000 gold, I think. Okay. And we're off the hook for the farm for a couple days. Right? We've harvested the pumpkins. There's nothing else. Planting anything else is not worth doing. So we're off the hook for the farm for a couple days. We're gonna go fish on Ginger Island to try to get some golden walnuts. We really just want 10. I'm gonna get on the wiki real quick. Golden walnut. To see how many we can get. Walnut locations. The first golden walnut you get the first golden coconut you find, you get a golden walnut out of. You can get 5 from fishing. Okay. Okay. There's a walnut there. The gem-bird puzzle. If you manage to get to the island while it's raining, you can scare up a gem-bird. Okay. Okay. So we can do the gem-bird puzzle at any time if we just, I mean, it's a stretch. All right. that would be 5. We can fish up 5. Okay. Each crop harvested has a chance, but we can't open. I'm just wanting to open the farm. Okay. Melon, a wheat, and a garlic. Oy oy oy. Mining muscle nodes, but I have to open the farm first to get that. Right? I can't get to Island West yet. Island South. Okay. There's just so much. There's just so much. Okay, so I have to open up the farm, and that gets me access to quite a lot, actually. Okay. Locate a shipwreck. Okay, so I think by fishing and possibly doing that, the gem birds puzzle, amethyst, aquamarine, emerald, ruby, and topaz. Green, emerald, ruby, topaz, amethyst. Okay. So we're gonna do fishing. It's right, it'll be tomorrow. Strawberries will be tomorrow. Jeez, there's just so much going on Ginger Island. It's a very different place. Alright. We'll just do that. Oh, we already did it. We already did it. So we'll just wander around until 9 a.m., I guess. We're gonna grab our hoe from Clint. I mean, we could go to the quarry. We could go to the quarry, that won't hurt. Just grab what we can. You know, we never did do this alleyway buffet, so why don't we go ahead and do that while we are waiting. Right. Greater chance to find items in the trash, so that while we're waiting for places to open, we have a better shot at finding something. Oh, there you go. Except I'm going to throw that in the trash because it is trash. Alright, there we go. We've got our iridium hoe. We've got 3 iridium tools now. The iridium rod, the iridium hoe, and the iridium pan. Alright, our inventory is already half full, and now we're headed off to Ginger Island to do some fishing and speculative golden walnut hunting. All right. 1,000 gold for the privilege of coming over here and being super confused about everything. All right. I think we can get this one. I think there's a way through here. Yep. All right. And actually, I think we already did that, didn't we? And we have our hoe, right? So we can do this. Whoops. There's one. There's one. And now we could just fish for the rest. We're going to try to brute force this puzzle over here. It's not the best strategy, but the only other strategy is to wait to get super duper lucky to spot the gem birds. There's one. To spot the gem birds. See, this is I'm not sure that we ever get this doing it with this method. I think it might be faster to just do the fishing. Okay, throw that in there. Definitely no good at this. So the only other way to get this puzzle done: when dark clouds cry, begin your quest to seek the fabled gem birds for each day, one north, south, east, or west. Arrange their gifts upon my door. You have to find these gem birds when it's raining, and there's only one per rainy day, and it'll be on a different section of the island. So it's just really, you have to get lucky. Is there a way to check how many golden walnuts we have? I think it was 7. Yeah, 7. Okay, so we know that we can fish for 5 of them. So that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna fish now. There's bubbles on top of the boat, but we can't get them. How about that? Alright, so we're just gonna chill now. It's been a while since we've spent days at a time fishing, but that is what we're going to do. We're going to fish until we can unlock the farm. There's one. Okay. So we just need 2 more. I mean, that would be great if we could get it done on the first day. Holy moly. You know what? I think we just don't catch fish here, right? We're fishing for walnuts, not fish. There we go. So if it's a fish, we just don't bother. We don't really have any need for it. Okay, sea jelly. There it is. All right. So we can start clearing it up, and then we're going to go. Yep. Whoops. Yes. We're going to end up stealing sprinklers from the farm for this, because this is the new golden goose over here, okay? This is the new income making method. This is how we're going to springboard our farm. So we just need to steal a bunch of sprinklers. I can just start by clearing this upper rectangle. And we can just steal all of the iridium sprinklers from the farm and get back to making quality sprinklers. But believe me, it's worth it. This is very much worth it. We'll bring all of the seeds that we currently have and we'll plant them here. I know there's some other golden walnuts, sorry, I keep mixing them up. I know there's some other golden walnuts we can get over here. So we'll try to get those. To reduce the amount that price gouging parrot wants. Alright, I think that's a good start. I know I have about 200 pumpkin seeds, and I think it was 70 mixed seeds and some odd 50 maybe mixed flower seeds. So we might need to clear a little bit more of this. And we're going to want to make sure we clear all the weeds, all the stones, all the sticks, so that we don't endanger our crops from spreading weeds. But that's really great. That's good. That was a very good day here. And tomorrow, if it's not an Iridium Luck Day, again, for right now, we are either doing a Skull Cavern dive or we are fixing up this Ginger Island farm. That's our 2 options. It's either an Iridium Luck Day or it's not an Iridium Luck Day. Because we're headed into winter right now, and we need to keep the income, we need to keep the revenue coming. Alright, I wasn't sure if I could reach that. Oh well. Still sleeting outside. Once we get all of the golden walnuts, we'll have a warp totem there at the farm, a farm obelisk, and so we can just zap. We can just teleport back to the house. Oh, Friday. Almost missed getting our iridium sprinkler from Krobus. Almost missed it. You know, we did go in there and get that dark talisman, but we never went up to the pond. Not the pond. The witch's swamp. So that's also something we should do at some point, because we want to set up during the winter sometime. We want to set up Junimo huts. So we need to complete that quest line so that the wizard will build us Junimo huts. Or, I don't know if you could call it build. Spawn, so that the wizard can spawn us Junimo huts. All right. Pufferfish are poisonous. How about that? All right. So, Iridium Luck Day, we go to the Skull Cavern. Not an Iridium Luck Day, we go back to Ginger Island Farm. We scavenge all these iridium sprinklers. We go back to Ginger Island Farm and we plant all the seeds we have. Here we go. Love you, bud. I think I'm putting that fedora back on him. I don't think I like this tiger hat as much. It is very cute, but it is not what I want for him, I think. Alright, good luck day. Straight to Ginger Island Farm as soon as we can. Alright, I do believe this should be a strawberry harvest day, yep. So let's do that. We're saving the gold ones right now because a couple more Skull Cavern runs like the last one and we're going to need more food. That last one we almost died a couple times. It was close. All right. Let's throw these in the bin. Hey, buddy. Throw these in here. I mean, that's enough. We're gonna have to eat a lot more of them, though. Love you, bud. So we do want a pretty heavy stack of those. All right. That goes there. That goes there. And then, I mean, I know it might seem like backwards progress, but it is very much worth it. I'm just gonna pick them all up. And we can fill that back in with quality sprinklers if we need to, if we get to that point. Okay. we can still fish up, I think, 2 more golden walnuts from fishing. So we're going to want to do that. But for now, we just want to come in here and get all of the seeds, all of them, all of the seeds. Okay, but not the powder melons. The powder melons stay here. We're gonna grow those here. Alright. And we don't need scarecrows on Ginger Island. Alright, well, oh no. We can't get to the beach right now. Oh, you know what? I think I have a beach warp. I do. How about that? That works great. And that actually does work out great. Let's put things away. Do we have anything to put away? Yeah, no, I still like my arrow shirt. Alright, I will throw that in there. And there we go. There we go. We just had to skip town. I guess that's a funny way to put that. All right, so now we're farming. Let's focus on getting this top section ready to go. So there we are. There's the corner. 1, 2. So that's where we start. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I mean, why not, right? 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, that's a pretty decent little crop field. We're gonna plant every seed we have here. Gonna do some more clearing. Just enough to get this stuff planted, and then we can do the rest. All right, we have an iridium hoe, so that's gonna get this done pretty quickly. Whoops. Okay, so we went just one space too far. And this is going to be a moneymaker. The wild seeds that we plant will have a, I believe it's a 1 in 4 chance. Whoops. a 1 in 4 chance of being pineapples. And those pineapples are going to be like the main income here. All right. And we just have to plant them and then come harvest them once a week. They're ready every 7 days. And there's one of the highest value raw crops. All right. They're one of the highest value raw crops. So we're going to either make or bring our seed makers. We might want to just make more seed makers, but we could bring the ones we already made. And we will just slowly but surely fill this whole thing with pineapples. Alright, we brought other seeds, but these mixed seeds are the most important ones to go in the ground. Got a couple starfruit seeds. And then I guess the pumpkins. I would rather have stuff that is actually going to come out. I don't really want... It's just a bit of a pain in the butt to remove things that are going to stay here. We do want to be we want to be rapidly switching this over to pineapples as we get more pineapple seeds. So I'll probably do these pumpkins, and then we'll see what else we have. We've got some cauliflower there. Okay, broccoli continues to produce. Artichoke does not. Okay. And then these mixed flower seeds. And I guess we can throw the coffee down if we have some extra spots. I'll just throw the broccoli down. Alright, so now we can rice shoots, taro tubers, we can do that. I think they'll grow anywhere within 3 spots of water, of fresh water. So rice shoots, we'll do the taro tubers first. Okay, that's that. So we can do a little more clearing here, and then on our way back we will happen upon the festival. The All Hallows Eve festival. I'm not sure if there's anything we need from it. Maybe a rare crow. The rare crows aren't necessarily essential, but they do mean more spaces for crops. Less scarecrows and more crops. Just like the pressure nozzles on the iridium sprinklers. So that's just going to be a matter of how much further do I want to push the crop farming at that point. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. For now, it's not really worth stressing out over. Alright, I know there's an easy to get walnut. Probably a couple. Just over here. Somewhere. Behind one of these trees, there it is. There's a bush. Okay. And then... I know there's a place to hoe here. There, X marks the spot. And then there's this Dougie dude. That's one. Okay. And then at that point we should probably go. There's a chance of golden walnuts from these muscle spots, so just gonna hit them on the way by, and then we'll go, and when we get to town we should interrupt. There's one. We should interrupt the festival. We should get there during the festival. And then the next chance we have to come back here, we'll scavenge a bunch more quality sprinklers and fill out the rest of that farm field. Oh wow, it put me there? That's interesting. Alright, yes, there is a rare crow. We are going to get that. We do not care about anything else. Alright, we'll go ahead and we'll get that golden pumpkin. Look, 5,000 gold's 5,000 gold, right? Not this way. They call it a maze for a reason. Boy, I'm just such an antisocial farmer, aren't I? Alright, well that was pretty easy. Okay, I wanna go talk to them though. You can't go the other way though. It's a one-way exit. Okay, is there anything worth sticking around for? I'm gonna say no. No choice but to make a life for myself here. There's fresh water in abundance, food to forage, and fertile soil to work. First, I'll build a shelter. There's some pages missing. Okay. Okay. We will... Let's place this other scarecrow up here, I guess, and keep that clear because we're going to end up using that we're going to end up using that space. And we can put all this stuff back that we weren't going to use. That is really useful. We're going to turn that into the archaeologist office once we get that unlocked. Okay, it's actually later than I thought. All right. All right. Oh, the golden pumpkin was 2,500. I thought it was 5,000. Alright, the TV is going to tell us how our day is going to go. Alright, back to Ginger Island. We need to scavenge some more. We need to scavenge some more sprinklers and head back to Ginger Island. We can do some more planting. Or we can just fish. We can put these sprinklers down and just do more golden walnut hunting. See how it respawned itself immediately? That's once you get the iridium pan, that happens much more frequently. How many do we have? 11. That's going to be a good bit of the rest of the Ginger Island farm. I tell you what, I'll go scavenge some more. This bottom row. And just to make sure. Because once these pumpkins... What's going on here? Oh, I've hit the wall. Oh, there was some weeds. Okay, there's other weeds. Okay. More weeds? What am I stuck on over here? Man, I wish I could see behind this tree. Okay, there we go. Jeez, I really wish I could see behind that tree. Alright. I think that should be enough. Alright, so now we're just waiting. Waiting for another skull cavern run. And then we will make a bunch more quality sprinklers for here on this farm. But it is vitally important that we fill up the Ginger Island farm as quickly as possible with pineapples. Alright, we harvested strawberries yesterday, so we know we don't need to do that today. We just need to go to Ginger Island and get back to work. We can do some fishing. We can do some exploring. And we can check back in with the Joja parrot after we find a couple more golden walnuts to see what our new price is going to be. Alright, we'll kind of leave that for it doesn't need to be there. I can start it here. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. That's not what I was going for. Yeah, why not? All right. So we can, I think, yeah, we can chop some trees, hoping to find a golden walnut or a golden coconut, because it's a guaranteed golden walnut from the first golden coconut we break open. Okay. We can still get some more here from these mussel rocks. There's supposed to be a hidden path there. Okay. We got that one. We got that one up there. I think there's a path. I think there's a hidden path up here somewhere. Oh, there's one right there. Oh, we need to go the whole way around. There's one across the way. There's one there. Are there any secret paths here? No. I can't go that way. Are we sure there's no secret paths? There has to be a secret path to get through there. No? Okay, there's one up there. That definitely looks like a place to go. But how would we get there? Alright, there's this whole... I know there's this whole thing with Birdie, or whatever her name is, over here. Where we have to go the whole way around town and give everyone one thing and then give someone else the next thing. It's a scavenger hunt, kind of. Wrecked ship. You know, so wouldn't she know who Leo is then? Wouldn't she know who Leo is? Okay. So Interestingly enough, we actually cannot do this quest yet because Kent doesn't show up until spring of year 2. Okay, so that's noted. So that's actually impossible right now. Alright, there has to be a way. How do we get up there? Oh, I think we have to walk down and around that way. That's what it looks like. Yeah. All right. But what about this up here? That definitely looks like someplace we should be able to go. Absolutely cannot go that way. Oh, but there is definitely a coconut or a walnut right there. Alright. We probably should fight all those slimes so that we can get all this hardwood. I really do want to... Aha! Oh no. It's the Simon Says game. Alright, let's do it. You can see how bad I am. Oh, first try. How about that? Alright. So, a good bit better than my attempt at the Gembird puzzle, that's for sure. Is there anything up this way? Other than... No, I already did that. There was one there. And I got it already. Any other secret? Okay. Alright, it looks like I should be going, but I'm not. Alright, this is frustrating. I can see the path. 2, 3, 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Over. Over. Up. Okay, I can see the path that's there. Tell you what, oh, I put those tent kits back at the house. You know what? Oh, it's 20 to repair the hut. I put those tent kits back at the house. I was gonna say I could just sleep in a tent and figure that out in the morning. Okay, but what we can do, pretty sure I already fished up 3, so we can fish for the other 2 here that we can get from fishing. Right, we're not looking for fish, we're looking for walnuts. So I'm not... I really feel like we can get 2 more walnuts from fishing. And I think it's a 15% chance, so we should... We should be able to get one here before we go back. Okay, maybe not. Maybe not. So, over the winter, we will definitely be sleeping at Ginger Island sometimes. Hey Willie, what's up? You're just standing there at the desk at 10:20 p.m. We have no real reason why we would need to stay at the farm. You know, we'll have some things there. Is it faster from that spot to go to the minecart to the bus stop? Or to just go to the bus stop? Alright. That was the last day of fall right there. Okay, so first day of winter. I'm not worried about it. So first day of winter, we do want to do some foraging to be able to make winter seeds. And that right there, that war memento, we just have to hold on to that until next year when Kent comes home. All right. The TV tells me what to do. Let's look. Let's see what the TV is telling me to do today. The TV is telling me to go to the Skull Caverns. Alright, TV. You said it. So I guess we're not doing the foraging today. Interestingly enough, we're not doing the foraging today. We're doing the Skull Cavern. All right. Let's go. All right, that's everything. Let's just rearrange it for ease of use. We want to go there. Staircases, triple shot espresso, spicy eel. Okay. We only need one of those, though. We only need one of those. Alright, let's go. We do want to talk to the desert trader first because we want to get more triple shot espresso and spicy eel. Okay. Alright. Time to go. This time we just have to remember not to accidentally leave when we're trying to not die. Okay. Alright. I don't feel like the Skull Caverns are usually this dark. See, that serpent just bit right into us. So much damage. Oh my goodness. I don't actually want to be participating in this much combat. It's an iridium luck day. I shouldn't have this many serpents. Alright. Let's grab this and see if we get a staircase there. No? Alright, we're only on level 4. We've already kind of hit a slowdown. There's a shaft. There we go. We got some powder melon seeds. That's good news. Okay, this is a staircase angle here. Alright, some more spicy eel. More bombs. Alright, this is looking like a level where there's a staircase at the end of it. Yeah. So we just want to keep moving. I really don't want to stop and fight, but these serpents, they make me. They will kill me if I don't address them. Okay. Alright, we're not going at a great pace, not loving the pace. I'm gonna eat before I jump in here. Alright, probably drop one there, and then drop one over here. There we go. Alright. Oh, there's a ladder there. It's going to be easier to get to after I blow up those rocks, though. Nothing. Look at all these bugs. I'm just gonna be liberal with the bombs on this one. I want that staircase. Come on. Am I just blind? Yeah, there it is. Alright, that's a staircase. Okay, here we go. Alright, there's gotta be one already here somewhere. If that didn't produce a ladder. No? Alright, how's our health look? We should probably eat. Okay. Alright, we are only on level 33 and it is 11 a.m. This is not looking great. It's not looking great, but we can still salvage this run. Right? It's not going to be the end of the world. We're still going to go home with a bunch of materials. guess it must be over here. Yeah, this is, for whatever reason, not going well. Alright, it could be just it's on the bottom end of the iridium luck. It is a sliding scale. It's not a set amount. So it could be that it was only just barely above the gold luck threshold. Who knows? Okay, still going. These spiral floors, they can be a real pain in the butt. Alright, I'm gonna need to eat at the bottom of this shaft. When you have more than one shaft on a level, they will both go the exact same place. So you don't have to worry about accidentally picking the wrong one. They both go the same distance down. Okay, I need to be careful when I'm doing that. Accidentally left that other run and it was actually going very well. Alright, where are we? We are 55. So we don't really want to be spending too much time on any one floor. Tell me there's not a ladder somewhere. There's not. Alright. Still going. Okay, this might be a staircase angle here. Jeez. So much wasted time. Alright, this is one of those where we're going to drop a couple just in case. Just like that. Just in case. That's a long walk to the end of that floor. Alright, I'm going to wait for this gold just a second. Alright, there's a shaft up there. So we need to not take that staircase. Let's see. Oh no. This is kind of why I really don't like the combat in this game, because it ends up being just standing there waiting for the flying things to come back to you. I'm gonna hold off 1 second and I'm gonna break these crates. We got some powder melon seeds, that's about it. Alright, we're at level 77 at 3:40 p.m. Yeah, I'm not loving the pace. It's not terrible, but it's not really great either. But again, we're gonna be going home with some resources. We're gonna be going home with a significant amount of materials. Okay, there's a staircase. And we are absolutely going to ignore, even though there was an iridium here and there. Come on. Because really, we just want to go down right now. That's it. We want to get to about 11 p.m. to midnight, as deep as we can, and then spend the last 2 hours before we pass out collecting. We don't want to be wasting too much time right now collecting, because most of it is not very valuable stuff. Okay, I just came up here just to make sure that there wasn't a freebie. I was feeling like there might be, because I thought I would have seen a ladder already. Alright. We just want to spot out when we place a second bomb. We just want to give it that split second to check to make sure we didn't make any shafts, because the shafts vastly speed up our descent. Okay, there's a ladder. So if we did place a second bomb in a good cluster, then we want to just give it that second to explode so that we can see if there's a shaft. Alright, that's not a great one, but and also we don't want to get too attached to our bombs. I am actually going to go down there and place a bomb. We don't want to get too attached to our bombs. They're disposable. They're here to be used. If you see a shaft or a ladder and you've placed one there, you know, you can just go. You don't have to wait. If you don't feel like it's going to yield anything, there's level 100. There's a rain totem. If you don't feel like it's going to yield anything worthwhile, you can just walk away from it. Alright, there's not a lot of stones here. Alright, I see the ladder. I'm gonna break these crates though. Hey, I'll take it, right? I'll take it. See, I don't know that he actually hit me there. Alright. We need to heal up for sure, because this serpent's about to kick our butt. Alright. I see the ladder. I'm going back. Alright, we're at floor 108. Again, not the greatest pace, but we are starting to see more. I see a ladder. We are starting to see more iridium for sure. That's, you know, pretty obvious. We're starting to see more iridium. So sometimes, oh my gosh. Alright, I do need to eat. I need to place a bomb, because I need to get the heck out of here. Alright, that was a crab. That was disappointing. Alright. Is there a staircase somewhere? Alright. Well, let's go ahead. We know we need to... Oh well. See, sometimes, like, I'm holding a melon, and I want to eat the melon, and instead, I interacted with something. Is there anything else that we can just toss, right? The cave carrots probably. This wood probably. Yeah. The clay, we might want to keep that. I'm pretty sure we need clay for the garden pots. The fire quartz, absolutely. It's not really worth anything. Okay. Alright, there we go. Alright, I need to eat right now. Not seeing, wow, I ate and I'm still dying here. And somehow, even though I've had so much combat during this run, I still am not leveling up combat. I really feel like it's been so long. All right. Just keep it moving. We've got a couple prismatic shards now from this run. Alright, it is 11 p.m. We are at floor 120. Right, again, not really terrific pace, but not horrible either. I'm gonna staircase this. Come on. Unsuitable location. Alright. Should be something here. No? There's a ladder down there, alright? That's a third prismatic shard. I am gonna bomb this though. It is getting a little later. We need to start thinking about harvesting what we can. Obviously, if a ladder presents itself, I'm still gonna take it right now until, until like 1 o'clock. At 1 o'clock, then we can just clear floors. Ooh, that was very close, was it not? Okay, there's a lot of resources down there, so I'm gonna head over there. Alrighty. Not seeing too much to look at here, so we're just gonna keep moving. And at this point of the night, I'm ready to go ahead and waste a staircase. It's not really wasted. Alright, it's now 12:40. So really, we're looking for a resource-rich floor to just clear the whole thing, okay? And this isn't it. That's definitely not it. Alright, it's 120. So this is it. This is the one. We just want to drop all of our bombs here. And we're not going to the next floor. See this? Okay, we just want to try to get as much as we can from this space, and that's it. That's the day. 144. It was acceptable. Okay, it was acceptable. Alright, we don't even have the resources to go again today anyway. I never really want to do one day right after the other. Okay, but this is what we came home with. This is really good. The 6 prismatic shards. That's a really good run for that. That gets us 2 magic rock candies, which is exactly what's needed for an entire run with magic rock candy buff, which is huge. Plus 5 luck, plus 5 defense, plus speed, and plus attack. That's huge. So we got a few sprinklers. We got a rain totem. Let's just hit organize. I don't like how that organized, but here we go, right? We got 312 iridium ore, 200 iron ore, 260 gold ore, 220 copper ore, 56 coal, a few odds and ends here and there, a few geodes, rain totem, a couple warp, farm warp totems, some gems and minerals, some more powder melon seeds, and that's what we're going to plant now. But I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here. That's what a decent Skull Cavern run can look like. Keep in mind, we only made it to floor 144 on that whole day of the Skull Cavern run. But we did come home with a lot of materials. Almost a full stack of stone. So we definitely almost died once, though. I can't lie about that one. We were very close to death. Alright, so let's have a look out here. It is winter time now. It is winter time now. Our pumpkin's gonna stay here forever with us. And we're gonna plant some powder melons. We're gonna go foraging so that we can make wild seeds. But it's gonna be a chill winter on Farming Farm. So thank you for joining me. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. And have a great day.